All right, let's review the quadratic formula that everybody really learned in Algebra 1. This is our quadratic formula, the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. The blue part underneath the radical sign is called the discriminant, and we'll use that a little bit later to determine how many solutions we have to something. So if we use our formula, our quadratic formula, first step is to make sure everything is set equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 9k from both sides. We're going to subtract 9 from both sides. So I end up with 4k squared minus 9k minus 9 equals 0. So it's set equal to 0. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify our a, b, and c values. So a is 4. B is negative 9. Make sure you keep the signs with them. And our C is negative 9. So if we plug all of this into our formula, we're going to have the opposite of a negative 9 plus or minus the square root of a negative 9 squared minus 4 times a negative 9. All divided by 2 times 4. The opposite of a negative 9 is a positive 9. Plus or minus the square root. I'm going to plug all of this into a calculator or either into Desmos exactly as I have it written. So I'm making sure that I have the negative 9 in parentheses before I square it, and then I'm going to multiply times 4 times negative 9 again, and that's going to give me positive 225, all divided by 2 times 4 is 8. Well, first thing I'm going to check, is 225 a perfect square? Yes, it is, 15. So I have 9 plus or minus 15 over 8. So what I can do here is I separate my two answers. So I have 9 plus 15 over 8. 9 plus 15 gives me 24. Divided by 8 equals 3. So this is 24 over 3, which gives me 8. My second number is 9 minus 15 over 8, and 9 minus 15 gives me a negative 6 divided by 8, negative 6. And let's see if I can move this out the way, over 8. Now it's not going to work. Negative 6 over 8. And that's going to give me a negative 3/4. So those are my two solutions for that. If you graph it in Desmos, you'll find that it crosses at 8 and negative 3/4. For the next one, it's already set equal to 0. So we're just going to identify A, B, and C. A is 4, B is 6, and C is 2. So the opposite of our b value, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. So that gives me a negative 6 plus or minus. And again, I'm going to plug all of that into my calculator at one time. So 6 squared minus 4 times 2. And that's going to give me 4. All divided by 8. Well, the square root of 4 is 2, so I got negative 6 plus or minus 2 over 8. Two answers. Negative 6 minus 2 over 8 gives me a negative 8 over 8, which is a negative 1. The other solution is negative 6 plus 2 over 8 gives me negative 4 over 8, or negative 1/2. So that's my two answers. Again, plug it into Desmos and you can check it. Solve using the quadratic formula. We need to get it equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 6b from both sides. Leave the negative 4 and the 12b squared where they're at. Identify A, B, and C. So the opposite of a negative 6 plus or minus the square root of a negative 6 squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. So that's going to give me a positive 6, plus or minus. Again, I'm going to plug all of this into my calculator so that I don't have to worry about multiplying. And I get 228 all over 24. Now for this one, 228 is not a perfect square. Okay, so we're going to have to see if there is a perfect square that will go into 228. In trying that, I did 228 divided by 4. So that's 4 times 57, and 57 is not a perfect square, and there's no perfect square that'll go into 57. All right, so the square root of 4 is 2. So I have 6 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 57 all over 24. Now this is where we have to check and see if we can reduce. We can reduce everything by 2. So if I take 2 out of this, I get 3 plus or minus, the 2 goes away, square root of 57 over 12. So I have two solutions. My two solutions are 3 plus the square root of 57 over 12 and 3 minus the square root of 57 over 12. Remember we talked about this earlier last week in our warm-up. They come in pairs when you use your quadratic formula. And let's try this one. I'm going to bring the 18 over. So I've got 5x squared minus 18 equals 0. Notice I don't have a b value, so my a value is 5, my b value is 0, and my c value is a negative 18. So I can't do the opposite, so I'm just going to have plus or minus the square root. 0 squared is 0, minus 4 times 5 times a negative 18, all over 2 times 5. So I have two answers, plus or minus, and negative 4 times 5 times a negative 18 gives me 360 all over 10. Well, if I do 36 times 10, that gives me 360. Okay? Square root of 36 is 6. Can't simplify the square root of 10. Now, for the last step, again, we're going to reduce. I can reduce both of those by 2. So my two answers are going to be 3 square root of 10 over 5 and negative 3 square root of 10 over 5. Looking at this one, we're going to bring the b over. So we're going to have to add it. Plus b plus 2. I'm keeping it in standard form. A is equal to 2. If there's no number in front of that b, then that's a 1. And our c is equal to 2. So the opposite of 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. So negative 1 plus or minus. So 1 squared minus 4 times 2 gives me a negative 15. I can't simplify negative 15 anymore, except I can bring out, remember this negative. So I have negative 1 plus or minus I times the square root of 15 over 4. I can't reduce anything, but I do have two answers. Remember they come in pairs. Negative 1 plus I square root of 15 divided by 4, and negative 1 minus I square root of 15 over 4. Okay? And the last one, we're going to bring both of these over, so we have 2x squared plus 3x minus 44 equals 0. A is 2, B is 3, and C is negative 44. Negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times a negative 44, all over 2 times 2. And if I plug that in, 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times a negative 44, I get 361, all over 4. Trying to divide and see if you get anything that'll go into 361. Um, 361 is the same thing as 19. Square root of 361, same thing as 19. If we simplify this, negative 3 plus 19 over 4. This will give me 16 over 4, which will give me 4. If we do negative 3 minus 19 over 4, then that gives me a negative 22 over 4, and we can reduce that to a negative 11 over 2. So those are our two answers there. Now on this one, they want us to use our discriminant. So we're going to find our A, B, and C value again by setting it equal to 0 and just plugging it in. So my B value is 8 minus 4 times my A value times my C value. If I do all of that, plugging it into a calculator, I get a negative 32. So if I have a negative number, then that means I have two imaginary solutions or complex. Finding this one, I'm going to bring the 4x over, so that becomes a minus 4x. My B value is a negative 4, so I square that. Minus 4 times my A value is 1, my C value is a positive 4. So if I plug that into my discriminant formula, I end up with 0. When you end up with 0, then that means you have one real solution. The next one, negative B plus 6B equals 0. My B value is 6. My A value is a negative 1, and my C value is 0. So this all cancels, and I just left with 36. So that's two real solutions. And for this one, negative 4x squared, bring my 4x over by subtracting and subtracting 1. My B value is a negative 4. I'm going to square it. Minus 4 times a negative 4 times a negative 1. Plugging that all into my calculator. I end up with 0, and 0 again is one real solution. Quadratic equations are easy, and so are finding your discriminants.